Class 6A, Sectional 4 semifinals, and it's the Westfield Shamrocks coming in at 4-5, visiting the Carmel Greyhounds. 7-2 on the season. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. Glad you've joined us tonight on Hamilton County TV. Hamilton County TV presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 26 years, over 26 years in the business. Also brought to you by Noblesville Trophies, Community Health Network, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, and HCTV And kind of a wet, it's been misting, and the rain picked up over the afternoon. And according to former Carmel coach and now administrator Toby Steele, the rain has dissipated. It was supposed to be a nice, bigger cell than this, but it's just going to be constant rain throughout the game tonight, and it'll be interesting, Perry, to see how this weather affects both of these squads tonight.
Well, you know, Westfield early in the season had a game like this against Noblesville, okay, and the score ended up 10-2. So, you know, both teams have very, very good defense, okay, and, you know, I've talked to some coaches around Central Indiana and 6A football this week, and one of the comments I mentioned to them was talking about this Greyhound defense. And the one thing about it is many of them say it's probably top 2 or 3 defenses in Central Indiana, maybe in the state. So this is a good defense. And, you know, we're pretty familiar with Jake Gilbert, and he always brings it. He's always ready. So this ought to be a good game between the Greyhounds and the Carmel and Westfield Shamrocks. So.
You know, and talking about Westfield, I mean, one of the, you know, of their 5 losses, they lose, you know, in what was comeback fashion by Decatur Central, 35-21 in week 2. Week 4, that 10-2 game, and almost pretty much downpour of rain at Noblesville in week 4. Week 6, lost by 2 when they led Brownsburg at Brownsburg for most of the game. Bulldogs came back and won that game over Westfield. Then they, you know, dropped it by a touchdown the next week to Avon at home. And for the 3rd loss in a row before winning last week against 2 weeks ago against Franklin Central, they dropped an odd score, 11-7 at Fishers, in which that was a very good defensive ball game on both teams' parts in week 8. But they wound up on the rough end of that before winding up the regular season, 44-16 winners at home against Franklin Central. Carmel, on the other hand, obviously tough mid-conference schedule. Their lone 2 losses, 17-7 on the road at Center Grove in week 3, and then at Warren Central in week 8, 41-17. And in the 4th quarter of that game, Warren Central just ran away with it when they found some breaks.
They scored 24 points
quick, boom,
in the 4th quarter, and that was the difference in the games.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for 3 quarters, that was a great football game.
Yep, that was a great football game, and it's going to be, you know, that kind of game tonight where, depending on which team, I mean, you see across the way in the tunnel coming out Westfield, and they're visiting Whites. And now Carmel from the northwest corner of the end zone hitting the field, and it'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams react, because looking back at the history, Perry, these 2 teams haven't played in quite a while. And
yeah, you're so right. Now, one thing, though, in an email from Coach Ebert, he said, you know, this could be the beginning of a great, great rivalry, okay? Because, you know, if you know where the Westfield Shamrock Stadium is, right on 31,
yep.
And here the Carmel Stadium right on 31. So, you know, there's only 6 miles.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Gilbert made a comment to me this week. He goes, I can't even take a nap this week. I told him it'd take him longer to load the bus than it would to get here.
Yep, longer to load the bus, and takes a very short trip to get here for Westfield this evening, as the captains, 4 for each team, coming out to midfield on that Greyhound logo to meet the officials for the coin toss. We'll see who's going to do what, and we'll actually get a zoom in here. Thank you, Lucas. And Westfield has deferred. They win the toss, they'll defer. And it looks like they will be defending the north end zone. So it looks like they will be kicking off to
With
the
the
south.
wind, yeah,
So pretty much, folks, on your screen going, Westfield will kick off left to right, and Carmel will be going right to left as you watch tonight's game with us tonight. And, you know, a lot of other local games, local flavor and things. Sectional 5, it's kind of weird to say that Hamilton Southeastern and Fishers are in the south, but that's how it divides up in 6A with the amount of schools, only 32 teams in Class 6A. North Central visits Hamilton Southeastern tonight, and Kevin O'Shea has got North Central just going. Now that they've bought into his system, and he's got that Lafayette Central Catholic offense over on West 86th Street.
And that's absolutely a great defensive team, too. I mean, they played really well defensively.
Quickly before we kick off in that same section, the bottom half, Fishers at Pike. And let's see. And in Class 3, a Brebeuf Jesuit, a rematch of Week 8. They are at Guerin Catholic. Class 1A, Sheridan hits the road at Monroe Central, a team that they played last year.
And knocked them out.
In the sectional championship, Monroe Central narrowly won that game last year at Sheridan. I believe that was a 19-7 ball game, a tough one for Bud Wright and company, so good luck to them over.
And it was pretty cold there, Craig. Didn't we call that game last year?
Yep, we were there, and I don't believe the heaters worked in the Bud Wright Stadium press box that night. We're lucky that the heaters work, aside from the window for our camera being.
We got to keep Lucas dry, though. We have to keep him happy and keep him dry.
Here
we go, Craig.
We're getting ready to kick off. Kicking off for Westfield is Alex Bales, number 2, at his own 40. Back deep for the Greyhounds, returning this kick. Looks like that is number 8, Sam Rogers, I believe. And he returns that ball all the way out to the 39-yard line, where Carmel will set up shop.
Christian Williams on the run back.
Check that, Christian Williams, number 6, 6 and 8, look pretty similar there. So they will take over.
Pepio on the tackle for the Shamrocks.
Kyle Pepio just signed this week his intent to play baseball at Butler, so congratulations.
With his brother.
Yep. Seemed like I saw Ryan's reaction. He's pretty excited for his brother to be teammates with him. They'll get to play with a lot of HCC flavor at Butler. So Carmel will open up on offense first. Tyler Trent, the quarterback, number 12. Screen pass over the middle. Skylar Bradley.
Pass complete to Skylar Bradley. Fourth down bounds by number 28, Dorian Henson.
Henson at number 28 on the tackle for the Rocks.
Gain of 2, second and 8.
Tough 2 pickup for Bradley on the pass play.
You know, through injuries and everything, the Greyhounds have used a lot of different running backs, and
I believe
they're starting to get healthy. Coach told me that for the last 3 weeks they've had 6 or 7 kids out, and some of them are coming back here tonight. We're not sure which ones.
Best time, obviously, it's Trent back to pass again, and finds room for the middle, and he will keep it himself. First down, 40. Check that 50, 40, and all the way out of bounds inside the 40 of Westfield.
This is not what Jake Gilbert, the kind of ball Jake Gilbert wanted to have happen to him right now. I mean, he cannot get in the track meet with this.
Yep, exactly. So first down on that 22-yard pickup by Trent. And they are in business at the 37 of Westfield.
At the beginning of the season, Craig, the first 3 games, they rotated quarterbacks, Carmel did.
Yeah,
between
they did
Quigley and Trent. But Trent's kind of one out. And
like Zach White, the ball carrier on that play.
The Greyhounds are a running team. I mean,
Yep.
they want to run the football.
6-yard pickup by Zach White. 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line. You know, and aside from the rain, even though the high didn't get up past about probably 47 today, it's really not the worst weather we could have right now.
Absolutely, you know, because we're almost here in November.
Yeah. Trent hands it off again. This is Zach White. Finds room down inside the 30. Taken down about the 25-yard line.
Zach White's ball carrier.
White had a big game last week. He gave 292 yards. So, you know, that's a big offensive line the Greyhounds has.
So it'll be another first down, 7-yard pickup by White.
Another Greyhound first down.
You know, they go 265, 315, 262, 270. And the little guy, the right tackle, Karsh, is 258. So he's a little guy.
That makes it first down and 10 at the Westfield 24. Carmel 4 plays, 37 yards so far on this drive. Trent fakes the handoff, play action fake, back to pass it, and completes it down inside the 5-yard line. Completed number 8, Sam Rogers.
Nice pass there.
They'll mark him, looks like at about the 3-yard line, so a 21-yard pickup. Let's see the replay here as Trent play action fake to White. Easy, does it on the throw. Goes to the air.
Nice catch.
First down.
Down to the 3-yard line. In the pistol, pitches to White. White finds room and he is into the end zone untouched. Zach White for the Carmel touchdown from 3 yards out.
Touchdown run for number 31, Zach White.
I'm not sure I couldn't have ran through that big old hole that White had there. Look at this. Here's a replay.
5 plays, 61 yards. Just about 2 minutes off the clock.
It's up and good.
Good with 9:49 remaining in the first quarter. Carmel 7, Westfield 0.
You know, the one thing, one of the little trivia here is both Carmel and Westfield won state champions in 2016. So,
obviously a huge thing for not only Hamilton County but the area as a whole. Yeah, it's not too bad having 6A and 5A state champions just 6 miles apart. We'll try and keep up to date as Perry's got on his iPad over to our left. Game day, which features, looks like from Indiana SRN, it's Huntington North and Harrison out of Lafayette, up in West Lafayette. Fishers at Pike. Center Grove, Columbus North. Center Grove with an early 7-0 lead. Noblesville, Lafayette, Jeff, the other game in this sectional 4. Brebeuf is at Guerin. Still 0-0 in that game.
You know, I would not want any part of Center Grove. That's a dangerous team.
After, you kind of
they start out 0-2 and
Sleeping
got
Giant
beat by New Palestine, which is a great football team. But
we had that game. I believe it was the
nothing there, man. Woo!
Could not return the ball there, and one of probably the better matchup that week in the whole state was that New Pal Center Grove game. I think it was week 2, and I think week 3 the Sleeping Giant woke up and beat this Carmel team 17-7. And they wound up the regular season 6-3, and that just it's an attribute to Eric Moore and how well he does down at Center Grove.
You know, the one thing about it here, Craig, that the Greyhounds have 31.
Eli Patchett on the carry,
run.
Nice run. Gets up across the 20, near the 25, and picks up a first down on the first play.
They have 31 sacks for the season, so they'll bring it.
Yeah.
And you know that front 3 or 4, front 3 is both ends, and they bring it.
Check that, only 9-yard pickup. It looked like it was much further than that. Back to pass. Simons flushed out and they sacked on the play. Looked like number 90, For the Greyhounds, that's number 90, Cole Brevard.
Quarterback sack for number 90, Cole Brevard.
Brings that back for a 7-yard loss.
Ball spot at the 15-yard line. It's third down.
Almost nullifying that first down run by Patchett. So it's a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 from the 15. Simons back, finds some room running up the middle, keeps it, and he will get up across the 20, almost back to where Patchett ran to near the 22. Picks up 7, so they're close to it. It looks like 4th and 1 now.
You know, one thing about it, if Simons can play well, the Rocks will play well. When he's played outstanding football for the Rocks at quarterback, they have been winners.
Yeah, 3 and out as they'll send the punt team out. Alex Bales will stand inside his own 10, waiting for the snap, and obviously a smart thing right away. 4th and 1, you don't in your own territory like that at the 22-yard line. Is that a procedure penalty?
Up in Lafayette, Noblesville scored early and they're up 7-0.
Noblesville 4-5, Lafayette Jeff 8-1. If Noblesville were to win that ball game at Schumann Stadium tonight, they would host either Westfield or Carmel, the winner of this game, next week. That 5-yard procedure penalty marks it back 5 yards, 4th and 6 from the 17. Bales,
they're
kind of a high kick, but not far. And fair caught by Christian Williams at the 45.
Well, the question is right now is can the Rocks stop that Greyhound running game? Because they're going to run.
Here we see the Noblesville score. Actually, the live look-in from ISC Sports Network for our game day. Thank you, Will.
Will's getting pretty good at being executive producer, you know. He got a promotion, you know? since the boss is not here.
Trenton hands it off. That's Zach White again. He gets up near right at just beyond midfield. Picks up about 6.
Zach White, the ball carrier.
Hey, for you football junkies, check out our game, HCTV game day. You got 6 games going on live right now.
Yeah, I talked to someone today. He was hoping that we would be covering the Noblesville game. I said, actually, we'll be local at Westfield at Carmel, and I told him how he could access it. So hopefully he is watching there tonight via the game day operation and what all we can see it has to offer. 5 games other than this game we've got here. Zach White again carries across the 45, and he's still on his feet.
Zach White, ball carrier.
Actually gets down to about the 44. Picks up 3 and the 3rd Greyhound rushing first down.
Eric Kriskovich. Penalty flag on the play.
You know what? Here's the scary thing, Craig. Zach White's only a sophomore.
Well,
5'8", 205.
That's like the 2-headed monster running back last week we had with Guerin Catholic. They'll be having a good time the next couple of years. Tom Dilly and company there.
Penalty on both Westfield and Carmel.
Yeah, penalty.
Penalties will offset.
Quite a few Rocks made the trip here. I can't really see on this side. There's quite a few umbrellas on the Carmel side, but looking over to Westfield, I mean, it's not a pack, which it wouldn't be, because it's pretty miserable and cold outside.
Student section showing up in pink tonight.
Yeah, the jump.
Yeah, look, their Westfield defensive line pointing. Cameron Fry, number 9, pointing at the left side of the Carmel offensive line.
Well, guess what, Mr. Fry?
It was him.
Guess what?
Ball spot the Westfield 39-yard line, 1st and 5.
So Westfield with the offside there. Trent in the pistol with White. Stays in the block. Trent going long. Up the middle he goes and completed to Christian Williams, number 6, for the big first down. 34-yard pickup by Williams. And now it's 1st and goal, Carmel at the 7.
Ball spot at the 7-yard line. Gain of 32 yards. 1st and goal, Greyhounds.
32 yards on the pickup, and Zach White once again cuts off right behind his right guard and right tackle for the touchdown from 7 yards out.
Touchdown run for number 39, Zach White.
Here it is on the replay. Just that great blocking up front by the Greyhounds.
I think Coach Hebert's got his tailback for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
solid.
yeah. But I assure you, there's other guys on the sidelines here that can take his spot.
Oh, yeah.
Or can help it. It's up and good. 14-0 with 6:06 left to go. Let's thank one of our sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners. Celebrating over 26 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage of banners, serving Noblesville, Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, loganstreetsigns.com. Hey, how about Noblesville Trophies? Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides us with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391. Hey, Craig, we all got new shirts on this week that Noblesville Trophies embroidered for us. Quick turnaround, too. Only 1 day.
1 day turnaround. They'll get you your apparel in no time.
We're all looking good here tonight at Carmel.
Let's kick off down to the 13-yard line from the foot of Spencer Hanna. And look like
number 20.
Owen McGraw runs that ball back. A good return for the Shamrock senior.
Tackle made by Garrett Sharp.
Sharp on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Ball spot on the Westfield 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
Simons. He's got 4 wide. He'll keep it himself. Goes off left guard and up near the 40. We'll spot him at about a 6-yard pickup by Camden Simons, the junior signal caller.
Quarterback Camden Simons on the keeper. Right down by Josh Schumann.
Schumann on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
39-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
That one bottled up quickly.
Craig, if you look out the window here to our right here, the rain's coming down pretty good out there.
Yep, you can see it's got a nice solid drizzle coming down. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 3 at the 40. Trips a bunch off to the far side to the left. Patchett in the pistol. Simons keeps it again, and Carmel's defense knew. They stayed home, and Simons didn't fool anybody there. Be a 1-yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th down and 4. And they'll bring the punt team and Alex Bales back on.
You know, Craig, and of course, in the interview this week, and Coach Gilbert talks about Simons quite a bit, but he's that perfect prototypical quarterback that Jake Gilbert always likes. He's that Pepio for our type. He's 6'5", 200 pounds, and a junior. So he's going to have him for another year. But that's what Coach Gilbert quarterbacks, he always likes to have that tall.
End over end punt. Fair catch at the 19-yard line by Williams. where
Yeah,
Carmel will take over.
Yeah, Williams didn't have much of a chance.
No.
He was surrounded by about 5
Football, 1st and 10.
Westfield Rocks.
4:32 left first quarter. It's Hamilton Southeastern 6, North Central 0 in 6A Sectional 5 action. Courtesy of Brad Silbert, as he's on the PA mic over at Reynolds Royal Stadium for that game tonight. We'll see how Fishers fares at Pike as well. We can keep track of them on game day. Oh, flag already before the play even starts.
Looks like Jim may be having a little bit of problem on game day here.
As we can see it right now, it's Center Grove 7, Columbus North 0, Noblesville 7, Lafayette Jeff nothing. And everybody else, except for this game here, scoreless. Carmel here, 14, Westfield 0. So it looked like a 5-yard Westfield penalty. Already the 4th penalty for the Shamrocks. White on the carry, up across the 30. Picked up the first down.
Zach White's ball carrier. Tackled by Colin Caldwell.
Caldwell on the tackle for
picked up 8.
The Rocks.
32-yard line. Gain of 8 yards. We go for another Greyhound first down.
Trent loses the ball, tried to hand off, and he has to dive on the ball back on the Mick logo at the 25. So he drops back. It's a 7-yard loss.
It was just slick. That's all it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad snap or anything. It
looked like White may have caught him, but also the ball wasn't fully in Tyler Trent's hands.
Yeah.
That'll make it 2nd down and 17. Best spot that Westfield's defense has had at Carmel in so far, which that's going to force Tyler to pass the ball, which he's been pretty good at so far. Keeps it himself, and he will get across the 30, the 35, and knocked out of bounds at about the 36, so he picked up 11.
Quarterback Tyler Trent on the scramble. Tackled away by Colin Caldwell. Ball spot the Carmel 36-yard line. Gain of 11, 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 at their own 36. 2:58 left. First quarter of action. Trent back to pass, going up the sideline and went over the wrong shoulder, really.
Yeah.
Don't see any flag. It looks like
I thought maybe he bumped him or something.
Looked like it could have gone either way, but it looked like even Christian Williams went to the wrong shoulder on that one. Incomplete pass from Tyler Trent, bringing up 4th down, and the punt team, John Rogers, number 21, the sophomore, will be in to punt this ball away. Left footer and kind of
a line drive there.
Micah Hauser fielded that ball right around the 30-yard line. Waited to the last second to grab it. Kind of a gutsy move by the freshman. And Westfield will take over at their own 31 for this next their 3rd series.
When at the early in the season, I talked to when I was talking to Coach Gilbert. I asked him, because of Micah Heiser playing as a freshman. I said, Coach, how many freshmen have you brought up since you've been coaching? He said, this is my first. So that shows you the talent this kid has.
It's something you don't see in high school football. Basketball, baseball, different story, different skill level, and a completely different sport.
Well, it has a lot to do with maturity, too.
Oh, yeah. And his brother Kobe was probably a huge influence. Huge influence.
Yeah, he probably got beat up quite a bit by his brother. What'd you say?
Yeah, being 4 years difference between he and Kobe, he probably took some lumps, but I'm sure that
35-yard line, gain of 4, second
4-yard
and 6.
pickup by Patchett on that carry. Has plenty of time on the play clock. They're changing the clock or the play, and Simon's looking at his wristband. Keeps it himself. And fans in front of us calling for a holding.
Quarterback Camden Simons on the keeper. Forced out of bounds by Bo Robbins.
Looks like he might have picked up one. Nope, actually, check that. He did not. I think he lost a yard.
It's 3rd down.
Third down and 7 at the 34-yard line. You know, this is a situation where you would look for Simons to hit somebody like Dane Wheeler or Patrick Beam or Pepio, as we've got a timeout called.
That's their first time out of the half.
First timeout called. Wonder if they know the clock's rolling.
Community Health Network. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care service where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check them out on ecommunity.com.
That clock should honestly be at 1:48.
Performance training, medicine, psychology, and nutrition, so athletes can maximize their physical and mental health and performance. For more information about safe fits and sports performance, visit definingsportsperformance.com.
I think the officials are going to they're talking to Coach Hebert down there right now. They finally stopped the clock.
Should be 1:48, Craig.
Yeah, that's what I saw when they called the timeout. I would say roughly right around there. It'll be a 3rd and 7 for Westfield at their own 34-yard line. Okay, got the clock. Yeah, I was just about right. 1:49.
Good job, Craig. Simon's
Now
back
they
to
can
get
roll
a
it.
snap.
Simons, screen pass.
Wow.
And that is sniffed out right away. Kyle Pepio.
Pass is complete to Kyle Pepio. Tackled me by Dominic Paget.
Paget sniffed that out, man. I mean, there was no way he was.
Lost a yard, did Pepio on the catch. Makes it 4th down and 8 at their own 33. A $1:20 left here first quarter.
Christian Williams and Zach Gish to receive.
During the quarter break, we'll try and get you some.
Well, we got some problems there. I'm sure Jim's trying to work on it and get it reset here.
Oh, that punt almost blocked. It's going to be a fair catch by Christian Williams, and I think he feels like he probably could have got some yardage out of that return, but.
Williams at the Carmel 29-yard line. Penalty flag on the play.
Uh-oh. They got Bales back there. If it's a running into.
Foul, roughing the kicker against Carmel.
Yep, personal foul, roughing the kicker. And that'll be 15 yards, so that'll be all the way up to the 48-yard line.
spot the Westfield 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
So second first down, first by penalty. Simons fakes the option. Now he pitches it, and it's going to be Patchett throwing the ball, halfback pass, and almost picked off. It took everything that Pepio had to not try and knock that ball down because he had two defenders all over him. Pretty good pass by Eli Patchett. But that ball just thrown into traffic. Not a whole lot of mustard on that, Perry, and that'll make it 2nd down and 10 at the 48. Update from Southeastern. It's 7-6. North Central up on Hamilton Southeastern now. Patchett catches the ball, and he'll get up to the 47. Check that, lost a yard. So that's not good. 2 passes complete, -2 total yards for Simons. 3rd and 11 at the 47. So obviously good field position here for Westfield, but in a slight bit of a hole. They haven't been able to do a whole lot here on the 1st and 2nd down.
At Lafayette Jeff 7, Noblesville 7. It looks like Lafayette Jeff is threatening to score here.
And this ball is lofted up and picked off, intended for Patrick Beam, and picked off by number 22, Nate Fry. And Westfield will have the football. Pick that ball off at the 25-yard line. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 26. So from the 26, the Greyhounds take over. Handoff. Nope. Keeps it himself, does Trent. Faked me out, and I believe faked Lucas out.
And it faked out a bunch of rocks also. 13-7. Jeff just scored, so.
Early 2nd quarter. That was the final play of the 1st quarter. After 1 quarter play, it's Carmel 14, Westfield 0.
Let's thank one of our sponsors, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. Since the establishment of Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190. How about Smith's Jewelers? It has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable, positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383.
Late 1st quarter, North Central up now 14-6. As it seems like they've figured things out over at Southeastern up on the Royals. As we start our 2nd quarter, Craig Atkins with Perry Williams. Glad you've joined us tonight, folks. Trent up the sideline, finds, and Williams can't shed his defender. Intended for Williams, Dorian Henson with the coverage.
Henson had him covered pretty well.
Yep, Henson had pretty good coverage there, and Williams, they could, he was probably looking for a pass interference, but A, it wasn't obvious, and B, he had an arm extended out also.
Yep.
So it goes both ways. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. and 4 from the 32. Trent back in the pistol again. Back, and here comes a rush. Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 84, Aiden Ellison, bringing up 4th down. So 3 straight incompletions for Tyler Trent and forcing the Greyhounds to punt for the 2nd time tonight. So one thing Westfield has to do, they need to take advantage once they start this next series.
Micah Hauser and Eli Patchett to receive.
Kind of a rugby-style punter is John Rogers. That ball is going to keep rolling down inside the 15.
Wow.
And they'll mark that at the 14. 54-yard net punt, Perry. That's not too shabby for a high school punter.
No, absolutely.
Look at this thing and how it goes behind both Shamrock returners.
Yeah, it was a booming punt.
So Westfield will take over at their own 15-yard line. 11:37 left here in the first half of play. Carmel leading 14-0. Here in Class 6A Sectional 4 action here at Greyhound Stadium. If you didn't come out and brave the weather, folks, we're glad you've joined us here on Hamilton County TV.
Eli Patchett, the ball
Patchett carries the ball for a yard.
by Matt Boyer. Ball spot the 16-yard line, gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Oh, blocked.
Pass Zoo blocked by number 42 of the Greyhounds, Joey Schmidt. Outside linebacker got his paws up there, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And that could have been trouble quick.
16-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Big 3rd down for the Westfield offense at their own 16. Simons back to pass. The rush is obviously on and completes the screen. Patchett gets back, just actually loses the yard to the 15.
Pass complete to Eli Patchett.
So far this may not be the night for Camden Simons to go to the air. They need to get that running game going. Then they can go to the air. 3 passes completed, 3 of 4, but -3 yards. Bringing on Bales to punt. He was roughed last time, getting them a 1st down all the way up to the 48, but this time he's standing in his own 1. Spiraling punt this time. Fair caught for near midfield is Williams.
So the Greyhounds will take over right at the 50-yard line.
Ball spot the Carmel 49-yard line. 1st and 10 Greyhounds.
They'll take over at their own 49-yard line. That was a quick 3 and out for Westfield, and now the Greyhounds will take over.
I can remind all Greyhound fans to visit the Nike Town tent at the south end of the field. There's new Nike apparel tonight and also a big inventory clearance sale. Nike Town is open through halftime of each home game this season.
We'll try and keep you up to date on other sectional action throughout the state as Carmel back to it offensively. Hand off to Zach White. Looks like he'll get a generous gift of a yard there.
Tackled by Colin Caldwell. Ball spot the 50-yard line. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Looks like game day might be close to back up to
yeah, I think he's got the games back on now. He's got to put the update the scores.
Got to refresh things, I believe.
Looks like Guerin may be at the half.
Well,
yeah, they're coming back out.
Play action fake. Trent rushed up the middle, finds room, and he's running. And ball batted away, intended for Sam Rogers. He was looking for a pass interference, not the call. And just like that, they'll rush a drive football back out there.
Rogers. Coverage on the play by Franklin Bohannon. 3rd and 9.
Garen's up 7-0 with in the second quarter, 8:03 left.
Tell you what, with starting tailback out, I was pretty impressed with Jagger Albert last week for Guerin Catholic. Trent back to pass. The rush is on, up the middle, and Owen McGraw on the coverage. Flag on the play.
Lafayette Jeffs, 2nd and goal again. They're up over Noblesville 14-7.
So it'll be 4th down and 9. But we're going to have a penalty here. Actually, check that. It's 3rd down. It's going to be a 1st down, actually. Nope. Actually, check that. It is by penalty.
Penalty was against Westfield.
10-yard penalty. Looks like a holding, maybe.
Ball spot at the Westfield 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Greyhounds.
1st down by penalty for the 7th. 1st down for the Greyhounds, and they'll have the ball at the 40 of Westfield. Trent hands it off to White. He is almost met in the backfield. Fry could not pull him down. He gets inside the 40, and he's tackled by number 24, Eric Kriskovich.
Zach White, the ball carrier.
Picks up
Right down by Eric Kriskovich.
a tough 3 yards, does White. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7.
Lawrence North up 13-7 over Lawrence Central.
White finding room
Oh,
down the
he
right
just-
sideline. He is
he's
off
gone.
the races and gone. 37 yards later, Zach White.
Touchdown, Greyhounds! 37-yard touchdown run for number 39, Zach White.
Looks like Southeastern got a field goal, so it's 14-9 now, North Central.
Kick is up and good by Spencer Hanna. With 8:51 left here in the first half, Carmel 21, Westfield 0.
Let's thank one of our sponsors, Logan Street Signs. Celebrating over 25 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville, Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check out their website, loganstreetsigns.com. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provide you with that same-day service and that last-minute decisions. Call them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
Carmel set to kick off. Spencer Hanna from his own 40.
Spencer Hanna, the kick for the Greyhounds. Owen McGraw, Jeff Dorn hits to receive.
This one's high. Henson will receive this at the 7-yard line. Tries to find room up the middle. He does, and across the 25, near the 27, where they'll mark him down. And Westfield will start this drive.
On the run back. Tackled by Nate Fry.
So the 5th series for the Shamrocks. Let's see if Simons and company can get something going on offense this time.
Looks like the Millers must have held them. It's still 14
Still 14-7 at Lafayette Jeff, all right.
Yes. With 5:54. Trying to keep you informed on that other bracket.
Yeah, the other game in our sectional, yeah.
The winner of this game will play next week.
Right down by Griffin McDonough.
Simons kept that ball, lost a yard.
Ball's about the 26-yard line. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Simons back to pass. Flushed out, and he escapes it. Completes the pass. That is 33 Patchen. He's fighting his way. He's about a half yard, it looks like, shy of a first down. So he picked up 10.
That's complete to Eli Patchett. Tackled by Ty Wise.
Brings up a 3rd and 1, 3rd and short.
Ball's about the 36-yard line. It's 3rd down.
7:44 left to go here in the second quarter.
And handoff to Patchett. He goes up the middle, picks up a solid yard, and
first down.
First down on the carry for Eli.
Eli Patchett, the ball carrier.
4 carries, 15 yards.
Secondly by Brian Telev.
And we see number 17, Gabe Quigley, the junior, throwing here on the track, warming his arm up. So we may see both quarterbacks tonight. Up 3 touchdowns. Coach Hebert probably thinking you might as well.
Yeah, you don't want to get anybody hurt now.
Exactly.
And Quigley's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eli Patchett, ball carrier. Brought down by Ryan Taleb.
No gain there by Patchett.
Ball's about the 36-yard line. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Looks like Harrison all over Huntington North, 32-6. Middle of the second quarter there.
incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down now.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Mason Peening. Ball's about the 36-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Big 3rd down for the Westfield offense. Simons.
Tapped. Oh.
Ooh. Incomplete, just about picked off. And that'll bring on the Shamrock punt team.
I want safer defending on the play.
Bell's getting a good workout tonight.
Brings up 4th down.
Not the workout that Alex Bells wants.
Christian Williams and Zach Gish to receive.
Nice high boot. Fair catch there by Christian Williams. Back at the 29-yard line where Carmel will take over for this drive.
Williams at the Carmel 29-yard line.
And you know, obviously what Carmel's going to do up 3 scores, they're going to run the ball and waste as much clock as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to make Westfield's defense work. And it looks like Center Grove is up 21-0 on Columbus North down in Greenwood. Fisher's up 13-7 on Pike, second quarter. I believe that's 33-6, not 33-60.
Yeah.
Still 14-7 at Lafayette Jeff. Noblesville trailing the Broncos. Guerin up 7-0 against Brebeuf. And we've got 21-0 here. Quigley in the ball game now, hands it off. It's number 21, John Rogers.
John Rogers, the ball carrier.
Not bad. He punts, kicks. Actually, he's the punter.
Tackled by Owen
Punts
McGraw.
and he's a running back, is John Rogers.
Ball's about the 30-yard line. 8 of 1, 2nd and 9.
Well, the rain's still pretty steady out there,
Yeah.
Craig.
Picked up 2 on the play, did Rogers. Rogers carries the ball again up across the 30. Dives up near the 35.
Rogers again, the ball carrier.
Picks up 4 as he dove.
Tackle made by Zach Collins. Ball spot the Carmel 34-yard line.
Quigley's in at quarterback now.
Yep, he started this series kind of giving Tyler Trent a little bit of a break. My wife and daughter are listening. And, well, Kelly's watching. Ava's probably listening. Matt Pogue watching the game as well.
Oh.
I'd like to thank all of our viewers and all those of you who could be listening and both viewing and listening tonight. Incomplete pass bringing up 4th down.
Jeff scored again with 3:43 left to go in the half. They're up Lafayette Jeff 21, Noblesville 7.
There's going to be a hole that, you wonder how Noblesville may come out, can get themselves out of that hole. And for an offense that only averaged 10 points a game this year, it's going to be a tough feat up at Schumann Stadium tonight. Back to punt is Rogers. He runs it himself. 25, 30, 35, and he is out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Check that 41-yard line and picks up the first down as Rogers. The longest 7 yards he'll run because he had that length for the snap, the 13-yard snap too. Watch this replay again as Rogers just about got tripped up at the 30, but made it another 11 yards. So picked up 7 on the fake punt.
Updated score from the other sectional 4 contest. Second quarter, Lafayette Jeff 21, Noblesville 7.
So 7-yard pickup by Rogers on the fake punt. Ball on the turf, and they're going to have to dive on it, does Rogers, I believe. Looks like they'll drop
Bubble in the backfield, recovered by the Greyhounds.
3 yards. You can imagine that ball's a little bit slippery out there.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'm sure of that.
Brings up 2nd down and 13, 4:22 and counting here in the first half at Greyhound Stadium. It's Carmel 21, Westfield 0. Quigley tosses the pass, complete to Skylar Bradley, 45, 50, 45, and he'll go out of bounds near the 40.
Pass complete to Skylar Bradley.
Looks like about a 22-yard pickup.
Forced out of bounds by Owen McGraw.
Check that, a 21-yard pickup to the 41.
The Westfield 41-yard line. Gain of 21 yards and good for another Greyhound first down.
2 catches, 23 yards for Skylar Bradley. And look at that, the offense, 200 yards to 28 yards. Carmel looking to put one more score on the board before the half. 4:03 left till half. Handoff.
Nothing there,
That's 27, Eric Allen on the carry.
Eric Allen, the ball carrier.
Picked up a tough yard, did Allen.
Fed initially by Colin Caldwell.
Another underclassman, a junior, is Allen. So we'll probably see multiple receivers and tailbacks in there for sure.
Westfield 40-yard line, gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Bradley in motion, gets set left. Plenty of hope they didn't. Oh, false start.
Yeah.
I was going to say the play clock didn't even look like it had started, but they had reset it because of the false start. Marching that back 5 yards. Carmel's 3rd penalty. Westfield has 5.
2nd and 11.
Of course,
Correction, 2nd and 14.
Two of those one penalty on each side, both nullified in the first quarter. 9 first downs for the Greyhounds, just 3 for Westfield. Quigley hands the ball off. That's Rogers on a sweep left, and he finds room. There's a flag, far side. My guess is that'll be a holding.
That's kind of what I think, too.
Second by Colin Caldwell.
It's funny how we can always pick out. That's what that's going to be. Yeah, I know what that flag is.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of where it was.
Yeah. Yep. We know the position on the field where the flag gets, flies from, and what that penalty is going to be. So that'll march back 10 yards.
Penalty's holding against Carmel.
So it'll be 10 yards back to the 35. Actually, check that. Make it 11 yards. That would be a spot foul back to the 34.
Ball's about the Carmel 44-yard line. 2nd and 25.
So 2nd down and 25 for the Greyhounds, back at the 44. Quigley hands the ball off. That's Rogers. John Rogers up across the 50.
Rogers, the ball carrier.
They'll mark him down at the 46. Picks up 10, but it's still 3rd down and 15 for Carmel.
Ball spot the Westfield 46-yard line, 3rd and 15.
Timeout's called. Believe this was called by, Carmel calls this timeout. Each team has 2 left. 1:49 left till half. 21-0. Carmel up on Westfield.
Community Health Network. Community Health is Central Indiana's leaders in providing health care service where and when a patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775. Church Hidden and Anthem. Since the establishment of Church Hidden and Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history in helping our clients when they need it most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190.
Good luck, Greyhounds.
Back out of the timeout. 3rd and 15 for Carmel. So they've got the ball at their own, check that Westfield 46, and running is Quigley. Gets down near the 41, 5-yard pickup. That'll make it a 4th and 10.
Second by Colin Caldwell. Ball spot the Westfield 41-yard line. 4th and 10. Timeout Westfield, their 2nd timeout of the half.
Westfield burns a timeout here with a $1:15 left. 75 ticks until halftime. And we'll take a quick break at halftime and then come back, and hopefully we'll have at least one of our games that we can get you a live look in on game day. We've got 5 other games we've got going on. Jim is
John Rogers, the punt.
Trying to keep track of and keep updated. Punt team on. Rogers, he's punting this one this time, trying to go toward the sideline, and that goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Guerin up 10-0.
Rogers' punt goes out of bounds at the Westfield 21-yard line.
Fisher's 13, Pike 7.
I believe Fishers went on the road last year and won at Pike in first round sectional action also. So Westfield with 54.7 seconds left until half takes over at their own 22-yard line.
Franklin Central's 14, Jeffersonville nothing.
Pepio catches the pass at the 25, gets up near the 28. 7-yard pickup. Timeout is called.
Tackled by Josh Schumann.
Pepio's second catch, picks up 6 there.
Ball spot at the 27-yard line, gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Timeout Carmel.
Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give the customers a memorable, positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383. Craig, we got 45 ticks left to go before halftime here.
Brings up 2nd down and 4. Simons back to pass, has time. Screen pass, finds Patchett. He'll be out of bounds. Up the clock, he'll still run. Timeout's going to be called.
Taken away by Nate Fry.
He might have gained 1.
Ball spot the Westfield 29-yard line, gain of 2, 32.
Picked a 2 actually, did Patchett.
Carmel calls their final timeout of the half.
Carmel now with no timeouts left.
Center Grove's up 28-0 at the half against Columbus North.
Patchett on the carry once again. Up to the 31. That'll be close, and they're going to stop the clock to measure.
Just across the 30
4th and 1. And they are running this clock.
4th and 1.
I believe Westfield's just going to let this clock roll out, go in the locker room and
regroup,
get warm and regroup. And we will do the same as well. Although we are actually not too bad up here, but halftime, our score, Carmel 21, Westfield 0. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Take a little bit of a break and bring back some of game day and see if we can catch up with the other 5 games right here on Hamilton County TV.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. But inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville. Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
You're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore?
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting.
Well, the free kick. What a free kick is that any kicker can put it on the tee, and if you kick, and no one can rush you, and if you kick it into the end zone, it's 3 points, and if you miss it, it goes back in the yard line. It's the defensive ball.
Do you have to kick it into the ends of the upright?
You kick it through the uprights. I stand corrected. Got to kick it through the uprights. This is about.
That was close.
You can any play. In my ear, someone has asked me, yes, you could do that anywhere on the field.
There's a wonderful voice for Jared that none of you could hear, but Keith and I could. 70 seconds to go. The Vikings
gets the ball back.
1st and 10. Kaler. Too short of a first down.
And let's finish that thought. That's one of the ways you could do sportsmanship. That very same thing is sportsmanship because so what you want to do is give your field goal kicker an opportunity maybe to make a history book and tell his grandchildren what he.
I'd never seen it before. And that's why you tune in to SRN.
You see everything.
.org.
Exactly.
You see a little bit of everything. Kaler almost got smacked but releases the pass, but it's incomplete for his intended response. 3rd E upcoming.
I've seen about everything in this game. That's the weirdest thing I've seen in the first half.
Yeah, right there with you. Kaler is 6 of 9 for 94 yards. He needs a bunch more here. 3 for a first down and another false start by Huntington. Keith, they just, whether turnovers or penalties, the Vikings have not to get out of the way tonight.
Yeah, and you know, positive yardage. You get positive yardage, and then you do things like that to lose your 5 yards, and you're about even on the night with positive yardage. And it's just those things that happen in the game. And, you know, now the weather conditions going to change because it's going to get cold. You're going to get cold on the sidelines. It makes it very difficult to come back.
7 penalties for 70 yards against Huntington North. 3rd and 8 for Brett Kaler and the Vikings. On the draw, hip and steal. He got about 4.
Almost loses the ball there. Timeout by Harrison.
So let's look at a couple of the other high school, or not high school, but college games coming up this month. Compelling interest. I think the best game, there's 2 games between the in-state ones. Number 9 and number 7 Georgia playing in Jackson.
Back here live at halftime, it's 21-0 here at Carmel. Carmel up on Westfield, and we're doing a live looking at Harrison up in West Lafayette. Looks like 30 seconds left in the first half. They're leading Huntington North 40-6 all over the Vikings. Elsewhere, it looks like Guerin Catholic at half, 10-0 lead on Buff, trying to get redemption from a few weeks ago. Fisher's up 13-7 at Pike. Center Grove up 28-0 all over Columbus North at halftime. And Noblesville trailing at half, 21-7 at Lafayette Jeff. Get you back to action here with our friends at Indiana SRN with Harrison and Huntington North.
This would be a 60-yarder. What I think might happen here is the good old kneel down.
If it is so, and it's looking like it, a dominant half by Harrison, and I think one of a caliber that would have been hard to see coming into tonight. To this degree.
Yeah, I don't think, I thought Ben would be very close, at least in the first half, but as we run down the clock, as we're going to go to halftime with the score of 40-6, and to be honest with you, Jonathan, it could have been a lot worse. A nice job. Now Huntington has to.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau agent, and now you can sing on wood. This is old you. This is now you. Change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Last year, Brebeuf ended Guerin Catholic's season in the opening round of the sectional with a 21.
From shotgun formation, completes it, and he is hit hard by Matt Pence with the completed pass to Huffman, and Pence, second leading tackler for this Trojan team.
Yeah, it's Huffman coming out of the backfield, their top running back, and he makes Pence put him. There's no way he saw Pence coming, and hit him low and hit him hard. Good pickup for Columbus North, though. They've made some good adjustments and doing some good things here to start the second half.
6 yards on the pass, and now on 2nd down and 4, there's a
hold.
Pass is complete for first down, but let's see what this.
And we're back here live at Greyhound Stadium, halftime. Class 6A, Sectional 4. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams, and it's 21 for Carmel. Westfield was 0. And the stats tell all, and they do not lie, as it's all Carmel. They've got 10 first downs for the Greyhounds. I have 2, but the Westfield stat crew has 1. As we're seeing scores come across the bottom of the screen. And Zach White, 10 carries, 83 yards, 3 touchdowns. So every 3 carries, Zach White scoring a touchdown, taken right back where he left off last week, as he just about had 300 yards on the ground last week. No need to really pass the ball much for Carmel tonight. Trent, 3 out of 7, 55 yards really. Quigley, 1 for 1, 21 yards. And an update from Southeastern, it's North Central 21. Hamilton Southeastern 9. So they've got a 12-point cushion on the host Royals there. For Westfield, Eli Patchett, 6 carries, 17 yards. Simons, 7 carries for a net of 4 yards. And Simons, 6 for 10, just 15 yards. That Carmel defense just blanketing those Westfield receivers and really not allowing hardly anything in the flats, Perry.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a great Carmel defense, like we talked about, and they're very, very stingy. And and it looks like they got a few players back here. Carmel did tonight, and are starting to move the ball pretty good offensively. They played. Of course, they had the ability to play. It wasn't all Mr. White tonight so far. Rogers has been in there, and Quigley, so
we'll see what happens to start the second half of play, as Carmel will then kick off to Westfield. So Westfield will try and get a chance to put a score on the board. As
kind of interesting here at just down the road, in fact, at are they at Brebeuf? Yeah, they're
at Guerin, yeah.
Oh, they're at Guerin, that's right. They're
Yep.
at Guerin, so we got a big game going over there, and that's huge. And Brebeuf Jesuit beat Guerin in the regular season, and it's always tough to beat a team twice in one season.
Oh yeah, it was 41-10 a couple weeks ago when Brebeuf Jesuit visited Guerin Catholic, and Guerin trying to return the favor and trying to put the L on Brebeuf tonight. They lead 10-0. Looks like that's early third quarter, first minute of the third quarter. Golden Eagles trying to, they have the ball first here in the second half, it looks like. Like we said, Carmel will kick off. They will go left to right. Westfield looking to, I would say at this point, down 3 scores through half the game. They've got to be in desperate mode. They've got to get something on the board.
You kind of think that they will probably, they're not going to be able to stick with the running game. I mean,
and one player that no pass has been attempted to, that he's seen a lot of action. I believe he's their leading receiver without even digging out the stat sheet, Dane Wheeler.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the quickest players on the Shamrock roster and has not, I believe, it looks like I think he's been blanketed all night by the Carmel secondary as.
Well, you know, there again, that Carmel secondary is very, very good. Very patient, methodical.
Hansen from the 11 trying to find room, and he's
a guy to
up
gap.
across the 30, the 40, and he gets tripped up. Oh.
Wow, he was gone to the races.
Yes,
if
he was.
Got tripped up.
You got that right.
That was a great run back there. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. He finds a seam there, and he's just got a little bit tripped up, in fact.
That may have been.
Ball spot the Westfield 39-yard line. First and 10.
Yeah, Tamaris Springfield 13 is the one who tripped him up, and he gets this Westfield drive started at their own 39. Could have been either off to the races for a touchdown for Hansen, but nonetheless, they've got good field position. Patchett carries the ball on first down. Gets up near the 43 for a 4-yard pickup. Already one of Patchett's better carries of the night. He only had 17 yards on 6 carries in the first half.
Gain of 3, second and 7.
Craig, from watching game day, it looks like no one is not. Everyone's seeing rain.
Patchett, little screen pass, and he loses yardage. Back to the 37. That's a 5-yard loss.
Pass complete to Eli Patchett. Tackle made by Dominic Patchett.
Brings up a 3rd and 12 after
Ball spot the 37-yard line.
the drive started off well for Westfield. Crucial 3rd down.
Dominic Padgett kind of sniffed that out, Craig, out there in the flats. And
Simons rolling out right, finds a found the receiver, but it skipped just in front of his chest.
Absolutely.
And that was intended for Dane Wheeler, incomplete.
Pass attempt for Dane Wheeler is incomplete.
Brings up 4th down, and the punt unit will come on. Alex Bales and company. Looks like Williams and number 11, Zach Gish, will be back
Christian Williams, Zach Gish
to receive this punt. This one, a booming kick, going to bounce, fielded by Williams.
Nothing there, though.
Picked that ball up to 23, got maybe 2 yards up to the 25, where Carmel will set up for their first drive of the 3rd quarter. Glad you've joined us tonight. It's a little cool outside, so if you stayed home, don't feel bad. We've got you covered here at Carmel for Westfield Carmel, as well as we've got 5 other games you can enjoy as you take part in our game day operation we've got. Carmel will start at their own 26. Tyler Trent back out there to start the 3rd quarter. He's got Zach White with him. Hands the ball off to Zach White. Fights his way up to the 30-yard line. Picks up a solid 4.
Zach White, ball carrier. Tackle made by Shannon Bola. Ball spot the 30-yard line. Gain of 4, second and 6.
Pickup of 4 for White, and 2nd down and 6, 9:45 and counting 3rd quarter. Trent takes the handoff to White. He'll run up the middle himself, and he is caught from behind. That is number 68, Jacob Nitral. And he wasn't fooled there.
Tackle made by Jacob Nitral.
Like just a 2-yard pickup.
Ball spot the Carmel 32-yard line. Gain of 2, 3rd and 4.
Westfield could very well get a stop here on defense, but the problem seems to be, Perry, they're kind of
Can't move the
sputtering
ball,
on
yeah.
offense. They need to get something going on offense to keep themselves in this game.
Clock stopped here. Timeout.
Timeout Westfield.
Yep.
That's their first timeout of the second half.
All right, Logan Street Signs and Banners celebrating over 26 years. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville, Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200.
Provide the best quality care for all athletes at Carmel High School. St. Vincent's Sports Performance knows no two athletes are the same. As such, they create unique and custom performance programs for athletes of all ages. St. Vincent's Sports Performance combines performance training, medicine, psychology, and nutrition so athletes can maximize their physical and mental health and performance.
Let's see if along with game day that we can catch up with some other scores from around the area and around the state to see what's going on. It's getting to be almost like basketball, catching up, tournament time. Seeing all the scores throughout the state.
Yeah, I love tournament time. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yep, you got it. 3rd and 4 at the 32. Trent back in the pistol, going long up the sideline and just over the hands of number 8, Sam Rogers, and incomplete. That brings up 4th down and 4.
Sykes defending on the play.
Now, last time they had a 4th and 7. Hope there's going to be a holding against Carmel. It declined. Brings up a 4th down.
Fourth and 4.
Looks like the third quarter has started. Lafayette Jeff and Noblesville.
In fact, Noblesville's threatening it.
Yep, Noblesville has a 3rd and goal, it looks like. As you can see, their offense is on the field.
Rogers to punt.
Rogers back to punt for Carmel.
Boy, good game.
Ooh, that punt almost, I think it was deflected, and it's going to be a short one, and did not even get beyond the sticks.
That's not good.
That's a big special teams break
36-yard line.
for Westfield.
Shamrock football, 1st and 10.
Here's a game we knew would be a good one. It's New Pal in Zionsville. New Pal is up 16-7.
And the good defense that Zionsville has, that was a good game last year, and I believe it was. I believe that might have been a regional game last year, if I'm not mistaken. No, that was sectional championship last year. Westfield in business at the Carmel 36, best field position all night. Handoff to Patchett. He'll get 1 yard down to the 35.
Well, the Shamrock cheer block is coming alive over there.
Taken away by Griffin McDonough. Ball spot the 35-yard line.
Battle over there in between Lawrence Central and Lawrence North. Lawrence Central's leading 14-13.
Patchett again, the ball carrier. Taken away by Tommy Sprates. Ball spot the 33-yard line. It's 3rd down.
2 yards on the pickup by Patchett.
Brebeuf scored, so it Guerin 10, Brebeuf 7 with 7:25 left to go.
Simons on the rush, and he is sacked back at the 41-yard line. 8-yard loss on the play.
Tommy Sprates on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
And watch how loose Sprates gets on this.
Oh, man.
He did not bite one bit. As you can see that Simons was trying to take that himself. And now we'll see Alex Bales and the punt team come on to try and pin Carmel and Christian Williams deep with a 4th and 15 they've got at the Carmel 41. So a drive that started out at the Carmel 36 now is backed up 5 yards. Bales trying to pin this one. And Noblesville has taken advantage of the situation they had up at Lafayette Jeff. It's 21-14. Noblesville trailing by just 7 at Schumann Stadium. As
Alex Bales is down at the Carmel 8-yard line. The Greyhound football 1st and 10.
Carmel will take over this drive after the punt at their own 8-yard line.
Score from the other sectional 4 contest. Lafayette Jeff 21, Noblesville 14.
Sounds like the PA announcer's keeping up with us.
He's looking over my shoulder.
Maybe he's watching game day.
I mean, maybe.
If he's watching game day while he's watching and announcing this game,
he's a pretty good man.
He's a good multitasker. Tyler Trent still in there at quarterback, number 12 for the Greyhounds. 6:56 left, third quarter. Oh. Westfield defensive line already saying
snap.
Going to be a false start on the Greyhounds.
False start is a call against Carmel.
Well, Mr. Fry was right this time.
He's quick to jump on that.
Yeah, he is. He's part referee. You know, I love the scoreboard with the the stats and stuff and plays. It kind of tells the story up there, doesn't it?
Yep,
Craig.
Handoff is to Zach White. White finds room up the middle to the 15, so picks up 11.
Zach White, the ball carrier.
All that run was him being patient.
Yep.
To look and see where he had little gaps or seams, and he went right for that spot.
You can tell right there as a sophomore, he really knows how to read his offensive line and basically move off their butt and move with them. Finds room up the middle. Solid 11-yard pickup, 2nd and 3. White again. 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 45. Tripped up at the 40, and huge pickup by Zach White.
By Dorian Henson.
Here's a play. Great job. And then when he gets in past that line of scrimmage, he's off to the races.
52 yards on that scamper for Zach White.
At the Westfield 33-yard line. Gain of 52 yards and good for another Greyhound first down.
So a huge first down for Carmel. We're at the midway point of the third quarter. Trent hands it off. This time it's John Rogers.
John Rogers, the ball carrier.
You can't beat when you have, pretty much.
Mahoney.
Let's see who we can put in the ball game.
Yeah.
As now Rogers is in. We've seen Eric Allen, number 27, in.
I think that's, like the bigger schools in 6A, like the Warren Centrals, the Ben Davis, you got probably another great football team on the sidelines.
Yeah, just guys in the waiting. Trent in the pistol, blocking, going up the sideline left side and incomplete, intended for Sam Rogers.
That's 10 for Sam Rogers is incomplete.
6 straight incompletions for Tyler Trent. He's only 3 of 9, but has 55 yards through the air. Brings up 3rd down and 10, 5:09 left, third quarter. Trent with Rogers in the backfield in the pistol. Back to pass again, finds room and escapes a couple sacks, and he is taken down by number 57.
Quarterback sack for number 57,
Ryan Mahoney. Back at the 43.
That was just a good defensive job by the Greyhounds, really. I mean, by the Rocks.
I mean, 43-yard line, 4th and 20.
I mean, they had everybody covered, and can't really blame the Carmel offensive line because they held it for a long time.
Eli Patch to receive.
Rogers back to punt. That ball almost gets over his head. Kind of a line drive punt. Ooh, Patchett almost touched that. And
Wow.
As he was starting to dive into the end zone, taps it out.
Yeah.
We'll see if Will can get the replay on this.
Westfield 1 yard line.
See how Lucas did on this play here.
We're going to grade you.
We're going to grade you, yeah. What a job,
Wow.
man.
What a play there by 22, Nate Fry. He's got a pick tonight.
Wow, that was a great play.
And that's called pinning him deep.
Real deep, man. You can't get much closer than that, Craig. I mean,
Now with a great play by Nate Fry to spin that and flip out and up the sideline to pass and almost intercepted by number 7, Owen Schaefer.
Pass there for Patrick Beam as they complete.
Beam, the intended receiver, number 7.
and Beam had to play some defense there
Yeah.
to keep it for him catching it.
Same thing Pepio had to do in the middle of the second quarter to keep a ball from getting picked off. Oops, scoreboard going out.
Uh-oh.
Nope, flickering. The stats are still there. Simons hands it off. I believe that's Hauser. See a slight height difference between
32.
Yeah. Micah Hauser, his first carry of the ball game.
Taken away by William Paget.
Picks up 5 up to the 6.
At least that give him a little bit of breathing room there.
Line. It's 3rd down.
Check out my 8-year-old nephew who's going as Michael Jackson for Halloween.
That's cool.
Looks like they had Spook Fest at the elementary school tonight.
Yeah. Hauser again.
Eli Patch, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Ryan to left.
Nope, that was Hauser. Up to the 7.
And 2 to the 7-yard
Picked
line.
up 2. That'll be 4th down again, and Bales back at the, his feet were touching the wide. He's got to come back in. He's on the top of the, between the R and the M of Carmel. And this one, decent punt, rolls. And that's going to roll back the other side of the 50.
Yeah.
Popeye Bales is down at the Carmel 46-yard line. The Greyhound football 1st and 10.
So 5 straight punts to start the third quarter. 2:50 left here in the third. Carmel still leading 21-0.
Jeff just scored a touchdown, and they go up 27-14 with the extra point still to be kicked.
So 6:39 left, third quarter.
Yeah.
Quigley in there now, completes that pass to Skylar Bradley. There's going to be a penalty flag there as he gets beyond the sticks, but going to be coming back.
Skylar Bradley. Taken away by Franklin Bohannon. Penalty flag on the play.
1:13 left to go in the third period at Guerin 10, Brebuff 7 still. So
Holding is called against Carmel.
it's going to go right down to the wire.
Yep, you got it. Holding is the call here on the Greyhounds after a nice screen pass to Skylar Bradley.
Ball spot the Carmel 43-yard line. 1st and 13.
Quigley pitches. This time it's Zach White. Gets up to the 50, picks up 7.
White, the ball carrier. Taken by Jacob Neutral. Ball spot the 50-yard line. Gain of 7, 2nd and 6.
14 carries, 159 for White, and 3 touchdowns so far tonight for Carmel.
282 yards on the ground and 206 in the air.
Quigley keeps it himself. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gabe Quigley. Nope. Yes.
That's your backup, Craig.
Yep, that is the backup quarterback.
What a play, though. Watch this.
Delayed reaction, but yes, it is a touchdown. He did not step out of bounds. 50 yards by Quigley.
50-yard touchdown run for number 17. Yay, Quigley.
As he fooled everyone on that play.
Here it is.
Now watch this.
Oh, my
Everyone
gosh.
thinks Zach White's got it. Even Lucas. No, but plain as day, you can see foot does get in just inside the pylon. So
good job down there, though, Lucas.
Yep. So 1:29 left. Third quarter. It's Carmel 28, Westfield 0. Looks like Noblesville, as we're checking in between the kickoff here, making something happen offensively. 5:48 left. Third quarter, they trail Lafayette Jeff 28-14. Lafayette Jeff all the way up to number 5.
Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Call them at 317-773-7391. NoblesvilleTrophies.com.
Zach Groover with a touchdown catch as Noblesville within a score now. So we're keeping tabs on that game because it looks like as Carmel's got this one in hand currently by 4 touchdowns, the winner of this ball game will face the winner of the Lafayette Jeff Noblesville game. And this one going to be kicked into the end zone. First touchback of the night.
That Groover catch, that's an old baseball catch,
yep,
man. He knows how to catch the ball.
Oh, yeah, over the shoulder. He's an outfielder and a pitcher, and he played like an outfielder right there and caught that touchdown pass. So now
Lafayette Jeff 28, Noblesville 21.
I think they are watching game day over in the other booth. Westfield football at their own 20 to start this drive. Glad you've joined us tonight. If you, like we said earlier, if you haven't braved the cold tonight, we know it's supposed to be cold this winter, so I wouldn't even, don't even try tonight if you didn't venture out tonight. It's raining. Actually, the rain's kind of started turning into, it's just mist. Simons flushed out, going right, and pass complete in a little bit of traffic. Threads the needle through a couple defenders to Kyle Pepio.
That's complete to Kyle Pepio.
Looks like passing first down there as
Taken by Ty Wise.
Pepio picks up 10.
Ball spot the 30-yard line. Gain of 10. First and 10 Shamrocks.
Simons keeps it himself. Gets up to the 36.
Camden Simons on the keeper. Right down by Nate Fry.
42 seconds left, third quarter. Simons hands it off. It's Patchett. Eli Patchett tries to find room outside. He gets up across the 40, up near the 44. Picks up 8, only needed 4.
Patchett, ball carrier. Tackle made by Matt Boyer. Ball spot the Westfield 44-yard line. Gain of 8, 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
Simons keeps it himself. Flag on the play.
Simons on the keeper. Out of bounds at the Westfield 49-yard line. Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like it may be against the
Personal
Greyhounds.
foul is the call against Carmel.
It's like it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Ball spot on the Carmel 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
Hauser on the carry this time. They'll give him forward progress down to the 34. 2-yard pickup by Hauser.
Looks like a defensive showed up at Monroe Central.
Ball spot the 34-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Tied 0-0 against the Blackhawks.
Oh, wow.
Westfield 0.
And then we got through 3 quarters of play here at Carmel. It's Carmel 28, Westfield 0.
Fisher's Tigers 26, Pike 7 in the 3rd quarter there.
Once again, I'd like to wish good luck to the girls soccer
Looks like
teams.
Center Grove all over Columbus North, 42-0 in the 4th quarter. Harrison 47, Huntington North 6.
Cross-country team will be competing in the state championship tomorrow. And the Murray Gibson course in Terre Haute began
Looks like Guerin Catholic just punted to Brebeuf.
Look to our competition cheerleaders as they compete tomorrow in the state championship prelims at Greenfield Central. Good luck to all of our Greyhound teams this weekend.
Lafayette Jeff just punted to the Millers. So the Millers will take the ball, I think, right at the 50-yard line. Yeah.
First play here, the 4th quarter. Simons, screen pass, and that's going to be sniffed out right away. No gain to Patchett.
Pass complete. Eli Patchett. Tackling by Garrett Sharp.
Sharp on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Brings up 3rd and 10 at the Carmel 36-yard line.
Ball spot on the Carmel 36-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Simons keeps himself. Gets down to close to the 33.
Kevin Simons on the keeper. Run down by Bo Robbins.
Picks up 3 for a 4th and 7. And you're at 11:05 left and counting. You have to go for it. You're down 4 scores.
Yeah.
Ball spot the 33-yard line. 4th and 7.
Simons rolls out, throwing, finding,
Oh,
just
out
beyond
of
Wheeler's reach. And incomplete. They will turn the ball over on downs at the 33.
But really not much they could do.
Pass there for Dane Wheeler is incomplete.
I mean, they're beyond, pinning it down deep, and
Yep.
taking a chance, which is when you get inside that 35, 40-yard line, man. It's tough for a high school punter to be able to.
Yeah, it's tough to almost really pooch it, if you will, or barely get anything off of the punt from your foot, and so that'll bring Carmel back out. Quigley, the quarterback again. I think he will be in there the rest of the way. Quigley hands it off. That's Rogers. He gets up near the 35 for a 2-yard pickup.
John Rogers, the ball carrier.
I believe the rain might have stopped.
Well, they talked about it stopping around 9 o'clock. So
by God, the
it's
meteorologist might have gotten
8:54.
one thing right.
Yeah. But it was a pretty good downpour that whole first half.
Now you see the track. It's got that shimmer from the lights. It's pretty damp down there. Quigley keeps that ball again. 35 up near the 37. So good stop there by the Westfield defense.
Get Quigley on the keeper.
It's like Franklin Bohannon, number 3.
Ball spot the Carmel 38-yard line. Gain of 3, 3rd and 5.
Third and 5 at their own 38 for Carmel. 9:33 and ticking. Quigley back to pass. That's plenty of time. Screen pass off the hands of intended receiver number 81, Zach Dilger. We've heard that name in this area.
Absolutely.
Actually, check that. That was 84. 84, Aiden Ellison. Incomplete, bringing up 4th down. But nonetheless, we saw Ken Dilger downstairs in the restroom at halftime.
Yeah.
He stands out.
Yeah, he's pretty easy to see.
His big frame. Former Colts and Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Illinois Illini tight end.
Got 48 punt. Got a patch to receive.
48 in there to punt now. Takes his time and almost got that blocked. It's not a real lengthy punt. And it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like near the 47 is where they'll mark that ball. And Westfield will have good field position to try and get something going on the scoreboard.
47-yard line. Give you Shamrock football 1st and 10.
Westfield going 4 wide. They got 3 receivers here to the near side. Simons. Oh, pass is knocked out of it. The ball is knocked out of his hands and recovered
by the Greyhound.
By number 44, Ryan Telev.
Over recovery for number 44, Ryan Telev.
So Carmel takes over at the Westfield 43-yard line. This is Eric Allen. He gets down just inside the 35, close to the 32. If he does, that'll be an 11-yard pickup.
Eric Allen, the ball carrier.
And they'll give him the 33 for a 10-yard pickup.
Second by Colin Caldwell.
Allen's second carry of the ball game. Picked up 11.
Ball's about the 32-yard line. Let's go for another Greyhound first down.
Bradley in motion, gets set to the right. Ooh,
Jump.
just a little movement. 3 flags.
Yeah.
Belly for the snap, false start against Carmel.
I haven't seen any update from Brad. Have you?
First and 15.
Not lately. I'm assuming that must mean
That's not. It's not good.
no. Yeah, last we saw it was 21 to 9 at halftime.
yeah.
North Central was up.
Eric Allen, the ball carrier. Stopped by Zach Collins.
No,
progress back to the line of scrimmage.
no gain on the play. Second down and 15. 7:40 and rolling. Fourth quarter, looking like Carmel will win this one, and looks like Lafayette Jeff punting back to Noblesville.
Good punto.
Yeah, that thing keeps rolling.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Another procedure penalty here.
That's a great punt there.
So they're going to make Noblesville work on that next drive to try and tie it up with a minute 4 left. They're still third quarter.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left in that game.
Ball spot the Westfield 42-yard line. Second and 20.
So another 5-yard penalty. So count 5 penalties for Westfield, 7 for Carmel. Oh, another penalty procedure. It's going to be Connor Simon, 55, the left guard for the Greyhounds. Second and 25.
Let's get a quick commercial in here. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care service where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact them at Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check them out on our website, ecommunity.com.
An update from our friend Rich Torres. Looks like Southeastern hits a field goal. Heben Street from 27 yards out. They trail 21-12 late third quarter to North Central.
Game 4, third and 21.
Allen on the carry there for 4.
Picked up 4, did he?
Yep.
Quickly hands it off to Allen.
Nothing there.
And he's bear hugged by about 5 Westfield defenders.
Eric Allen, the ball carrier.
Gets to the 42.
Introduced by Shannon Bola.
No gain, bringing up 4th down.
Forward progress to the Westfield 42-yard line. 4th and 19.
Check that, he picked up 2. 4th and 19 at the Westfield 42. You can see that Carmel's offense wanted to stay out there.
Timeout, Carmel. Their first timeout of the half.
Since the establishment of Church Hidden Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190.
Contest this evening, Lafayette Jeff 28, Noblesville 21.
End of 3. North Central 21. Hamilton Southeastern 12.
So they did get another field goal.
Yep. Looks like Heben Street has 4 field goals for their for their 12 points. And Fortier back to punt for Carmel. Ooh, I think if McGraw would have dove, he probably could have. This one returned by Dorian. Actually, looks like Micah Hauser gets up to the 11-yard line. I think I'd have let that go in the end.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of what I was thinking there.
He may get told that by the coaches here in a second.
Yeah.
First
Saying
and 10.
that's a freshman move there,
Yep.
son.
Yep. Things he will learn in the offseason for his sophomore campaign for sure.
Yeah.
Ball spot the Westfield 11-yard line. First and 10 Shamrocks.
Well, at the end of the third quarter, it's Jeff 28, Noblesville 21. So they still got a pretty good football game going there in Lafayette.
Simons going up the middle. Finds Pepio for a big first down. Good catch by Kyle Pepio.
Pass complete to Kyle Pepio.
He'll be marked down at, I believe, the 33-yard
Taken by Garrett Sharp.
line. 22-yard pickup.
Ball spot the Westfield 33-yard line. Gain of 22. First and 10 Shamrocks.
Simons again. Look out there, number 36 for Westfield. Trevor Lickfeld.
Pass complete to Trevor Lickfeld. Taken by Tamara Springfield.
Picked up 1.
Gain of 1 to the 34-yard line. Second and 9.
Trying to make quick work. Simons passes complete. It looks like Dane Wheeler, 88, sees his first catch.
Pass complete to Dane Wheeler. Taken by Nate Fry.
Fry on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Ball spot the Westfield 37-yard line. Third and 6.
Simons back to pass. Finds room. Has a receiver. That's Patrick Beam. He gets the first down up to the 45. And fumbles. Oh, that ball's deflected.
Yeah, and it's a fumble.
Yeah, it's picked. Actually, I believe
He
it was
picked it up off the air, in the air, didn't he?
Yep. So the 4 of the 5 officials conferring. Yeah, Beam caught that. Got the first down to the 44, or to the 45.
We got a limping referee out there.
Are they saying he was down and then it flipped up?
I don't know. That's what they say.
Picked up 8 yards to the 44.
Stopping the action here.
Well, there are no challenges in high school, but
how long do you think that'll be, Craig, before we get to that?
Do you realize how much that would slow down high school sports?
Or
That's the big question.
Well, and how much money it would cost.
Yeah, it would cost money to do replays. Yeah, it would. The whole 9 yards. Simons back to pass, screen pass. Hauser catches that ball. 42, up near midfield.
It's got a first down, I believe.
Yeah, he's down to the 46.
Pass complete to Micah Hauser.
Picked up 10.
Tackled by Andrew Turvey. Ball spot the Carmel 46-yard line. First and 10 Shamrocks.
Pass this time caught by Dane Wheeler. Picks up, looks like a solid 7.
Pass complete to Dane Wheeler.
Make it 8.
Second by Matt Fortier and Garrett
Now picked
Sharp.
up 7 down to the 39.
Ball spot the 38-yard line.
Now he's a guy you should go to just about every other pass, it seems like. Wheeler's got sure hands and has had all season.
It's tied up 10-10 with 2:04 left to go in the fourth quarter at Guerin.
Ooh. Carson Voorhees.
Carson Voorhees.
Sheridan game is still 0-0 starting the fourth quarter. So.
Ball spot 34-yard line. First and 10 Shamrocks.
Nothing still?
Yeah.
Wow. Chess match between he and Coach Hochstetler.
Yeah. Two good ones.
Yep, you got it.
They've been there, done that.
Oh, yeah. Simons completes that to Voorhees. Gets down to about the 26-yard line. Picks up another 8.
Avon a final 42. Perry Meridian 7. So the Orioles will move on. Center Grove 42-0.
Patrick Beam with the first down to about the 21-yard line.
Pass complete to Patrick Beam.
Picks up 5, does Beam.
Back by Garrett Sharp.
Craig, soccer tomorrow.
Carmel's girls
Yeah.
playing for a state championship. I believe they'll be at Carroll Stadium at IUPUI. Good luck to them. Hauser carries the ball down to about the 12-yard line. Picks up a solid 8, does Micah. And Westfield, with 2:03 left on the clock here, is trying to get at least one score on the scoreboard here.
Second by Mason Klein.
Hauser again gets down to the 10, picks up 2 for a first down.
New Pal leads
Again, the ball carrier.
Zionsville 22-17.
Ooh, close.
I don't know how much time is left.
A lot closer than that was thought to be.
Well, most people didn't know, the Indianapolis area, all they've talked about is New Pal. And they're a good football team.
Right,
but
right.
We also know that whatever,
Oh, and Simons is sacked back at the 20-yard line. Loss of 11. Minute 25 and rolling.
We also know that Zionsville, it's according to what team shows up, but Zionsville can play with anybody.
It was a week-by-week thing with that.
they can play with anybody.
Yeah. Yes, sir. 1 week they, blanked Noblesville 24-0. The next, the week before that.
Yeah, they were in the crapper.
Offside on the defense.
Flag for the snap.
That brings it back to a second and 10.
Call against Carmel.
Not a bad offensive performance tonight for the Greyhounds.
Not bad at all. 354 yards to the 135 unofficially that's on the scoreboard. 1 minute officially remaining in this game. Carmel will advance to the sectional championship. Score yet to be determined. Westfield trying to put one on the board here. Simons escapes. 10, 5.
Oh.
Down to the 1-yard line. Picks up 14.
Camden Simons on the scramble.
They want to put it in. It's important.
Clock is still rolling.
Jacob Weaver. 30 goal from the 1.
And Patchett will take it in the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown.
Touchdown Shamrocks.
And that Westfield cheer block comes alive.
Eli Patchett.
Here's the play again. Padgett, good job, good blocking up front.
Bales on for the point after. This one is booted. Hits the scoreboard. And that'll make it 28-7 with 33.8 seconds left.
North Central scores again, and they're up 28-12 over Southeastern with 9:28 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Brebeuf has taken the lead at Guerin Catholic 17-10 in the fourth quarter as they scored 2 consecutive. And it's North Central 28, Southeastern 12.
Noblesville going for a field goal here to make it 28-24. It's up, it's good.
Jack Knight 7:40 left, and it's 28-24 up at Schumann Stadium. Other scores, Harrison running away from Huntington North, 54-13. Fisher's also running away at Pike over on 71st Street, 33-7 over the Pike Red Devils. And let's see, Columbus North loses big time against Center Grove, 42-0. That's a final already.
Well, it's kind of amazing in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. Franklin and Central and Fishers were at the bottom of the pile, and it looks like both of them are going to win tonight.
Yeah, normally Jeffersonville plays those good Evansville schools and the New Albanys and Bedford North Lawrence, and they're trailing Franklin Central big tonight. Kickoff return. Looks like Rogers couldn't find room on the outside. Tackled by Micah Hauser. He's all over.
That turf looked a little slick out there,
Yeah.
too. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Well, 27 seconds left to go here. So we pretty much know what's going to happen here, knowing Coach Ebert. He's
pretty much know it's
he's a class act.
Going to be taking a knee here and putting this one to bed.
Looking to see who they will play next.
Yep, they'll be able to catch the last half of the quarter, or just and that will be the final play as they'll take the knee. Won't need to run another play. And
Carmel moves on to the finals of the sectional.
Final score here is Carmel 28, Westfield 7.
Westfield 7.
And it looks like up at Lafayette, it's not been decided yet. Craig, your thoughts?
I mean, just, somewhat of the game that it was looked to be. Somewhat of somewhat of a slight mismatch offensively, because there are times where you don't know, kind of like Zionsville, you don't know what kind of Westfield offense you're going to see. And unfortunately for Jake Gilbert's team, we did not see the offense that clicked in four of their 4 wins that they had. So I mean, tough loss. Westfield winds up the season 4-6. Carmel moving now to 8-2 on the season. And it looks like, just a tough way to obviously end the season is, playing against your rivalry, your neighbors, actually going to become a rival at that. It's Coach Hebert and Coach Gilbert both saying that, they think this is going to be a rival come down, down the road. And,
and I think they're probably right.
Yeah, and Carmel, they had things going on in every facet tonight, and they just
that's a great defense. I mean,
their defense set the tone, and the first drive, actually the first few offensive drives, Zach White. Three rushing touchdowns. He had 83 yards on 3 touchdowns. So every 3 times he touched the ball in the first half, he scored. So it's trying to find what to work on better next year for Westfield, and it's just so frustrating Westfield's end, because it was a tough up and down season, and you wanted to find a positive, and they lose 4 of their final 5 games of the season, and not the way that they wanted to end the campaign.
Well, let's get out of here, because I know that these guys want to get out of here and get home, and we'll let you know, because we don't know where we're going to be next week. So
we'll keep you posted on social media, and we'll let you know where our game will be next week. And once again, I'd like to thank Lucas on great work on the camera tonight, Will producing tonight, and Jim back at the
World
headquarters of Hamilton County TV. Busy, keeping track of 5 games along with our game tonight, updating things, and I'd like to thank Perry for a great broadcast as well. Once again, my name is Craig Atkins with Perry Williams. Final score once again here at Carmel's Greyhound Stadium: Carmel 28, Westfield 7, and we will see you next week on Hamilton County TV.
It's a wrap.